End of summer tomatoes. So plump, so red, so delicious, so right. You see them in the grocery store, you want to bring them home with you and do something with them. But what, you ask? It's entirely too hot outside to sit and babysit a marinara all day, so what are we going to do with these beautiful tomatoes? Well, I'm going to show you two recipes, a farfalle, feta, salad, and a homemade bruschetta, perfect for your Labor Day weekend get-together. Coming up next on Not Cooking with Shay Butta, baby! Okay guys, the star of today's show is the Roma tomato. End of summer, red and delicious. Look at that, it's fabulous. Now what we're going to do with it is make a homemade bruschetta and a farfalle feta cheese salad. Now the Roma tomato is the star, but in order to make it do what it do, I got some very important supporting cast members to introduce you to. First up, the farfalle. Bow tie pasta in English, moñitos in Espanol, farfalle in Italiano. A 12-ounce box will cost you 82 cents where they sell that at. Yeah, 82 cents. Pasta is pasta. Noodles is noodles. Go on and do that. Next up, basil. You need the dried basil. You can use fresh in the farfalle feta salad, but the star of that salad is going to be the cheese and the tomato, and you don't want to overpower those two ingredients, so get you some dried. The black olives in the can. It's discrimination. See that right there? $1.25. Olives are olives. Go on and do that. A 6-ounce package of feta cheese. Doesn't really matter what brand you get, but there you go. 6-ounce package, already crumbled up. Green onions. We're going to use, not the whole thing here, we're going to use like 5 or 6 of these. And some olive oil to make it do what it do. Make it all come together. For our bruschetta, we're going to need a baguette, like so. I've already used some of this. French or Italian, it doesn't matter. As long as it toasts, it's good to go. Kalamata olives. Yeah, baby. Doesn't really matter what brand. Again, olives are olives. We're going to use a little bit of juice from the jar and dice these up really good. Got some basil. I would have loved to have picked this out of a garden, but I got an apartment on the wrong side with no sun, so I can't grow my own basil. But yeah, fresh basil. And some garlic. We're going to need like 1 big clove of garlic to make it all come together and do what it do. Those are your supporting cast members. I'm going to get to preparing these things. Wash all produce thoroughly and keep this cheese refrigerated until the absolute last step. Alright, be back in a second. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees, then take your big pot and boil your entire box of bow tie. How's that for alliteration? Now, because this salad will be enjoyed cold, cook your bow tie till it's tender. Drain it, rinse it, and then stir it a few times as you rinse it to make sure it's all separated. Since we're taking this salad to our Labor Day get-together, transfer the cooked bow tie to your large carry-along container, and as you work on your other ingredients, take it to the fridge. While your pasta's chilling, put a rough chop on your onions, calamatas, garlic, and fresh basil, slice your black olives, and seed and dice your tomatoes. Now, an important step, guys, is seeding the tomatoes. I am one person holding a camera with one hand, and I've got one hand. So I'm going to show you through the magic of video here. We're going to take a tomato, cut the ends off, and what you do is you just gently squeeze it and relieve it of its seeds. You can help it out with a little finger here and scoot in there and get the seeds out. A little digital manipulation, if you will. But after you do that, you want to bring it over here to your chopping board, cutting board, chopping board, and slice it. Put a good slice on it, and then dice it. Gather all your slices together and one more again, one more again, and do this until all 2.5 pounds of tomatoes that you bought are diced nicely. This dice goes perfectly for your bruschetta. It goes great with the salad. It's a one-size-fits-all deal. Follow this procedure with all your tomatoes. After your tomatoes are diced, separate them. A little more than half for the farfalle salad and the remainder for the bruschetta.
So take your baguette and slice it into 1/4-inch slices. We're making crostinis here, so the idea is to make them just the right thickness. Remember, there's going to be a simple, delicious tomato relish on top of these. You want enough bread to support the bruschetta relish, but not so much that you have to open your mouth super wide to eat it. Since this bruschetta will be enjoyed at our Labor Day event, guests are probably going to have a drink in one hand and a crostini in the other, so you want to make them small enough to be enjoyed with one hand. So after slicing the baguette, cut the slices in half, then toast these in our 400-degree oven for 3 minutes. Flip them over and toast them another 3 minutes. Trust me on the 3 minutes.
Okay guys, now comes the moment that we've all been waiting for, the assembly of the ingredients. We got about a cup of green onions here. This is about 5 or 6 green onions with the ends cut off. You just chop them up real nice. Yeah, green onions. Then Kalamata olives. This is about 6 or 7 of them. All of my recipes, y'all, are tongue and eyeball. I just work them till they look and taste right. So I have no clue how much that really is. It's about 7 or 8 of them. I just roughed them up. Then this is a cup and a half. I did actually measure these. This is a cup and a half of black olives. This is our garlic and our basil. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw everything together. Literally. Add it. Okay, so to the farfalle, we're going to add our tomatoes here. Remember, they've been seeded, so they're not all juicy and crazy and diced real fine. We're going to add our black olives. Yeah, baby. Look at that. We're going to add our green onions. Okay. The entire 6-ounce package, the 6-ounce package of feta cheese goes on top of here. Okay, feta cheese on top, dried basil on top, and that's all of our ingredients. Look at that. Isn't that pretty already before we even stir it up? Now, this salad here, we have to add the olive oil to make it do what it do, but this salad here retails for about $4.99 a pound at a local premium grocery store, Publix. And for that same amount of money, you can buy the ingredients raw and make it yourself, baby, which is what we did here today. So, yeah, that's about a tablespoon of basil, and I'm pretty sure we're going to need some more, but let's give it a stir and see what's what. Okay, guys, so there it is. We took a second to assemble our bruschetta on our crostinis here. Bruschetta relish. You got your Kalamata, your kosher salt, your black pepper, our beautiful Roma tomatoes, and some fresh basil in there, along with a little bit of that balsamic vinegar and olive oil dressing from the bread. I'm going to take a bite. Look at that definition. Look at that. I can see garlic. I can see Kalamata olive. I can see basil. Man, hold on. I'm going to take a bite off camera. We're going to keep the camera trained. Man, look at that definition. We're going to keep the camera trained on the farfalle feta salad as I take a bite. Excuse me. Woo. Yeah, baby. You got 2 KC-isms this episode. And that farfalle feta pasta is so good. I'm going to be the hit of the get-together tomorrow. It's going to marinate overnight as that olive oil does what it does with the cheese and the tomatoes and the green onions and that basil in there, dried basil, and cracked black pepper. I'm going to have some more of this bruschetta. It's good. I don't care what you call it, how you pronounce it, it's good. So there it is, y'all. Not cooking with Shay Butta, baby. Because I didn't do nothing but throw some ingredients together. Alright, see you next time.